Right now at 5, Wisconsinites may be receiving smaller tax returns this year.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. We're over a month away from the 2023 tax deadline, and some might see a big drop in their returns. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us live in studio to explain what you can expect when you file. Good evening, Emily.
Ken, this tax season comes after years of adjustments for inflation and the COVID-19 pandemic. The federal government used pandemic relief programs like the Child Tax Credit and Child and Dependent Care Credit to help families stay afloat during the pandemic. Those tax breaks aren't going away, but they are getting smaller. The Child Tax Credit in particular is dropping from $3,600 per young child to $2,000 each. For lower income families, that decrease makes a big difference.
That was rent money that was paid on the credit card, that that was like folks were using that for stuff in the pandemic.
With the exception of those child tax credits, experts say most of this year's changes are less compared to the last 4 years. So if your family doesn't have children at home, you might not notice a difference. Though with the rising cost of everything, there were adjustments made to reflect inflation. Ken?
Naturally. Thanks very much, Emily. Experts also say to be sure to keep track of all your documents when you're filing those taxes, and in some cases, to not expect a refund at all. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers and Republican state lawmakers are still in disagreement about Wisconsin's budget. The budget cycle begins with a record surplus of over $7 billion, which Governor Evers wants to spend on grant programs and assistance to schools and tax cuts for the state's middle class. Some Republican lawmakers want a flat tax plan, which would decrease tax revenue by about half, projections say. Over the next 4 months, the Wisconsin legislature will draft their version of the budget, and that budget will be reviewed by Evers, who can continue making changes to the draft through the veto process. Much of the budget is already set in stone, like the cost of continuing programs like Medicare. The more conservative candidate for Wisconsin's Supreme Court seat says the divide between him and his opponent comes down to, quote, constitutionalism versus activism. Former Wisconsin Justice Daniel Kelly stopped by News 8 before tonight's La Crosse Chamber of Commerce dinner that he's attending. He says in the 4 years he served on the court, he applied the law as written and was faithful to the state constitution, and that's what will win the election on April 4th. The February primary results saw Janet Protasiewicz win most Coulee Region counties except for Monroe County. Kelly says his supporters recognize that a vote for him is a vote for justice.
They understand that justice comes by following the law in the courts and not by making up the law as you go along. My opponent has made it quite clear that if she's elected, she intends to place herself above the law. She's even gone so far as to say she would place her thumb on the scales of justice to make sure that she resolves cases according to her personal values. Well, that's the death of justice.
Kelly and Protasiewicz have agreed to a debate on Tuesday, March 21st at the State Bar Center in Madison. Our Madison sister station is one of the 3 organizations that will be co-hosting the debate. That debate will be streamed live on channel3000.com starting at 12:45 p.m. and News 8 Now will broadcast the debate on our channel at 4 o'clock that day. Time to switch it up, talk some weather with First Warn meteorologist Eric Dean.
Well, good evening, Ken. Good evening, everybody. Wow, what a day. We had the snow last night. Some places we had a substantial amount of ice. Now that's pushing its way out, but we're not out of the woods, as another round will be pushing its way through later on in the week. Take a look here at the advisory map. We have nothing in terms of the winter weather advisory. In terms of snowfall, you can see over towards portions of Juneau and Adams County, still picking up on a little bit of snow over towards the Mauston area, across portions of I-90 just to the north and east of the Dells. We have mostly cloudy skies out there, and we stayed in the 30s throughout the day. 37 was the temperature at 1 o'clock, and right now we're sitting at 38 degrees. We have cloudy skies out there with the winds out of the north. It feels like 31. Our dew point's at 33, so our temperature and our dew point are kind of close together, so we got to keep an eye on visibility. Right now, visibility is sitting at 10 miles. Highs for today, hey, we were in the 30s from top to bottom. One lone exception to that was Boscobel checking in with 40 degrees, and that's where you are right now at the top of the hour. 34 is the temperature in Viroqua, 38 in La Crosse, 37 in Eau Claire, 36 in Ladysmith. But you factor in that feels like temperatures are in the 20s and 30. So the clouds and radar, that low pressure system that pushed its way through, is now out of the Coulee region. That's round 1 for the week. Round 2 will come later on this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll talk about that in the First Warn forecast in a few minutes. Over to you.
All right, thanks very much, Aaron. Back on the news side of things, more U.S. lawmakers are taking shots at TikTok. U.S. Senate Intelligence Committee Chairman Mark Warner will introduce a bill this week that calls for a systemic ban of TikTok and other Chinese technology. The Democrats cited data privacy concerns and video content concerns as reasons for the ban. Last week, the House Foreign Affairs Committee also voted to allow the government to ban TikTok. According to CBS News, 1 in 6 Gen Zers use the video sharing app every day. Many go to the app for advice or social media therapy. Researchers believe the app is not reliable for medical information and may be harmful for youth mental health. Last month, the CDC released a report that showed a 60% increase in suicidal thoughts for teen girls since 2011. In a statement with CBS News, representatives of TikTok's U.S. headquarters say they are testing ways to slow the spread of misinformation, and they strongly encourage their users to get professional medical advice. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul joined a 46 statewide effort to court-order TikTok to fully comply with an ongoing investigation of their consumer protection practices. Attorney generals in multiple states seek to review the company's internal communications to see if the company harmed the mental health of its users. Kaul said through this investigation, parents could learn if TikTok, quote, knew about the dangers of their product. When we come back, 2024 presidential hopefuls are getting the word out about their campaigns. They're expecting their biggest rival to be the current president.
During the floor closeout sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to 50% on select Stearns & Foster floor models. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving lacrosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Keep your pup happy and healthy with Menards. Greenies Dental Dog Treats help prevent gum disease, freshen breath, and are fortified with vitamins and minerals to ensure balanced nutrition. A value pack of Greenies Dental Dog Treats are $39.98. Plus, save an additional 11%. Clean up your garage with Libman Cleaning Supplies. The 18-inch push broom comes in smooth, rough, and multi-surface models to accommodate your cleaning needs. Right now, it's $8.89 after rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Todd Holtz enjoys working at Park Bank because it's a small community bank that allows him to get to know his customers in a personal way. Todd also enjoys the great outdoors and the activities that come with camping. As a loan officer, Todd enjoys finding ways to help his customers realize their dreams. Todd enjoys getting close to nature with friends and family. So visit Todd at Park Bank in La Crosse to talk about your financial dreams and roughing it. Park Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
Thinking about replacing your windows?
Call Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions and check out our exclusive StarMark composite window. Our StarMark composite window, available exclusively at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, is 2,000% more airtight, 40% more energy efficient, and 12 times stronger than vinyl windows.
And at a price less than what many companies charge for lower quality vinyl windows. Receive a free triple pane upgrade on select windows and 24 months interest-free financing.
During the floor closeout sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to 50% on select Stearns & Foster floor models. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving lacrosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The 2024 presidential campaign is still in its infancy, but candidates and potential candidates on both sides of the aisle are already rallying with supporters. Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington, D.C. with more details.
President Biden is meeting with some old friends today.
We're the first group to really jump behind me.
The International Association of Firefighters has supported President Biden from the beginning, even urging him to run for the White House back in 2019.
I promise you, you've had my back and I'll have yours.
While President Biden has yet to officially launch a re-election campaign, former President Donald Trump is already in the race.
We are going to finish what we started. We started something that was a miracle.
Trump rallied with supporters at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Maryland over the weekend.
I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution.
Former President Trump's path to the Republican nomination is far from guaranteed. He's already facing competition from a former staunch supporter.
I'm running for president to renew an America that's strong and proud, not weak and woke.
Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley also addressed CPAC, but Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who has not yet announced whether he's running, did not attend. He's on a tour selling his new book.
In Florida, we say very clearly, we will never, ever surrender to the woke mob. Our state is where woke goes to die.
Former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan told Face the Nation that he will not seek the White House out of concern that more people in the race would help Trump win the nomination. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
If and when President Biden declares he's in the race again, he'll already have a competitor for the Democratic nomination. Former presidential candidate and self-help author Marianne Williamson announced over the weekend she's running for the White House as Democrat. Still ahead tonight, dispelling myths about America's favorite beverage. A cup of black coffee a day might be better for your health than you think.
Good thing I had 2 of those today. Hey, here's a look at the radar scan right now. We do have some snow pushing its way through portions of Juneau and Adams County. Feels like temperatures right now are in the 20s and 30s. We're going to talk about a little bit of a warm up, but snow chances are in the forecast again. We'll break everything down on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
If anybody asks me, like, why should I come work for Phillips? It's just more like a family. If you want to be a part of a family and a growing team, it's a place to be.
Phillips is hiring sales consultants. Love what you do. Go to phillipsoutdoorservices.com for more information and to apply.
Start your children's Christ-centered education with the La Crosse Area Lutheran Schools. From preschool to high school, our educational programs encourage students to use their God-given abilities to their fullest potential. Your child will experience a safe and caring environment to learn, work, and play, all while helping them to achieve and maintain academic excellence. La Crosse Area Lutheran Schools, for faith, values, and learning. For more information, go to lutherhigh.org.
Are you looking for ways to manage your money wherever life takes you? Ultra's online and mobile banking is where it's at. We make managing your accounts on any device easy and secure. So go ahead, transfer funds, send money, deposit checks, or pay bills. All on your schedule, anytime, anywhere. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what our members say. Take the next step and download the Ultra mobile app from the Apple App Store or Google Play. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's spring jean sale is going on now. We carry a huge selection of quality denim brands at affordable prices. And right now, all jeans are on sale. Like men's Rustler jeans, just $17.99. Rewards members save an extra buck. Get 30% off these women's Gloria Vanderbilt jeans. Save $10 on men's Levi's, only $49.99. Plus, all tires are on sale. Shop instant savings and consumer rebates when you buy 4.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
A convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous. Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
What makes Phillips unique to me is that I never come into work feeling like a number. Ben, Brianna, Tyler, everybody in the office, they really just make coming in every day enjoyable, and I think that's really important.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Cup of Joe, Java, iced, hot, no matter how you drink it, for most people, coffee is what gets us going. This National Caffeine Awareness Month, News 8 Now's Dua Israr walks us through how many cups of coffee a person should have. Good evening, Dua.
Ken, you can go through 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 cups of coffee a day. Just make sure it's plain black coffee. There's a few common myths about coffee that experts say aren't true. Coffee can't stunt your growth or harm your heart. In fact, there are several benefits to drinking a cup of Joe. Gunderson Health System registered dietitian Cindy Luck says coffee can help lower your risk of some chronic diseases.
What we're seeing research show is associated with drinking coffee is less likely of certain chronic diseases like heart disease, some cancers, possibly diabetes.
Luke says everyone responds to coffee in different ways. Some people may be more sensitive to a cup and have insomnia. Others may not have any side effects. Luke says as long as you're drinking black coffee, you will get some of those health benefits. Unfortunately, those don't apply to me.
All right. Well, Dua, thanks so much for this in-depth report at the same time. Well, experts say people who are pregnant, have high blood pressure or anxiety should limit their coffee intake more than the average person. Switching gears now, a much anticipated renovation is now complete at Gunderson Health System's audiology department.
We've always been able to have the benefit of state-of-the-art technology here, but a lot of patients look around and go, really? You know, the space had a little bit to be desired. Getting a couple shots, I'll set up.
In 2 decades, department leaders say besides the new look, they wanted to make the department more accessible for patients.
One big thing was with our diagnostic test booths, always had steps into them, and we were always concerned about it being a tripping hazard or mobility hazard for patients despite the ramping. So now we have 0 entry into all of our booths in the Cross and in the Onalaska remodel that happened a year ago.
Dr. Mainke says the brighter space will also help kids feel more comfortable when they visit the audiology department. All right, let's switch gears once again, talk some weather with First Warren meteorologist Eric Dean.
Good evening, Ken. I have to ask, how do you take your coffee?
Splash of milk and usually a teaspoon of sugar. That's about it.
Same.
I can drink a cup of black coffee, but I just like the little sweetness added in there.
Exactly.
If I'm going to a different place, though, I'll do like, you know,
cream and
mocha.
sugar.
I'll go like the whole 9 yards with it. But at home, you know, to start the day going, nice and simple.
There you go. I'll tell you what, the next few days we're going to need that cup of coffee.
Yeah.
We'll see temperatures staying in the 30s, especially as we go into the second half of the work week. Good evening, everybody. Take a look outside with CityCam. You can see we have mostly cloudy skies out there. Temperatures right now are in the 30s. We're sitting at 38 degrees out there, and with winds out of the north at 9 miles per hour, it feels like 31 out there. Over in Eau Claire, good evening to you guys. You're sitting at 37 degrees. It feels like 31 with winds out of the north. Let me turn this on so I can see. I'm flying blind. There we go. North at 8 miles per hour. Our humidity is sitting at 76%. So here's a look at the radar scan right now. We do have a little bit of snow being picked up across portions of Juneau and Adams County. So here's a look at the weather in motion right now. You can see that line of snow pushing its way across the central and eastern portion of Wisconsin. So we're going to be in the clear as we go into your Tuesday and for the most part Wednesday. So here's the big picture. You can see that cool air is going to start ushering in. It's not going to be a drastic cool down, maybe a couple of degrees here and there. We'll stay in the upper 30s, low 40s, more so upper 30s for Wednesday. Low 40s for your Tuesday. It's when we get into Wednesday night going into Thursday that our next weather maker will push its way through, and you can see it right here. This is going to be our next snow chance, and this is going to be Wednesday night going into Thursday, and in some places going into Friday. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 30s will greet you. Low 30s towards Ladysmith and Eau Claire, 31 in Black River Falls, 32 Sparta, 32 Viroqua, 35 in Boscobel. Highs on Wednesday, much like today. Some places, like I said, a couple of degrees cooler here and there. Upper 30s from Eau Claire to Ladysmith. Otherwise, low to mid 40s from Winona down to Prairie du Chien, Boscobel. You will make it to 47 degrees. So let's talk about the second half of the work week, shall we? First of all, use this low area of low pressure system. It's going to push its way up and over into the Coulee region. And when it does, it's going to do two things, I should say. First of all, it's going to drop the temperature, and then it's going to really ramp up those precipitation chances. So this 20% chance of precip, that's going to be Wednesday night, and then Thursday and Friday the snow chances will continue as well. So the details of the First Warren forecast for tonight. Mostly cloudy skies will be the rule. The wind slowly calms down. It'll be out of the north at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we help you plan your Tuesday, we'll see temperatures in the upper 20s, low 30s by the 8 o'clock hour. We'll go to 40 by noon, low 40s by the 2 and 4 o'clock hour. Upper 30s by the 6 o'clock hour, mid 30s with mostly cloudy skies by 8 p.m. That takes us into the next 8 days. Wednesday, we'll see temperatures in the upper 30s, low 40s. That trend continues for Thursday. It looks like you need a cup of coffee, sir. Friday, 60% chance of snow in the morning hours. Saturday and Sunday, on again, off again snow showers. Sunday, don't forget, set your clocks ahead. 1 hour as daylight saving time begins. You'll hear that for the remainder of the week, and then we'll go back into the mid-30s for Monday and Tuesday.
All right. Sorry, I'm actually feeling a little ill right now, if I'm completely honest with you. But
you and me both. It's been rough.
What a start to the week it is, huh?
Yes, yes it is.
Hopefully it's going better for all you at home.
Right.
All right, thank you very much, Eric Dean. When we come back, an act of courage by man's best friend. Oh, this will get spirits up. An English Springer Spaniel from Minnesota escaped a well that was 30 feet deep. We'll have that story right after this.
On News 8 Now this morning.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Ford Store Home Improvements. 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block. Call American Waterworks. Leaning or bowing basement walls. Call American Waterworks. Sticking windows or doors. Call American Waterworks. Settling or sinking foundation. That's right. Call American Waterworks. It's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks. Call American Waterworks today.
Dan Kelly won't keep our community safe. As a lawyer, Kelly defended child sex predators who posed as ministers in order to prey on vulnerable young girls. They lured young children to locations they believed to be safe, only to sexually assault and molest them. And Dan Kelly defended those monsters. Do you want someone like that on the Supreme Court? Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Chris, ready for you.
Chris Rock's live comedy special, Addressing the Oscar Slap. Next ET.
Hi, my car was just towed.
You look just like Mario Lopez.
That's me.
Just gonna need to see your ID.
It's actually in my car. I'm Mario Lopez, and this is Access Hollywood. Hey, I'm Mario Lopez, and this is Access Hollywood.
It's close.
No way.
Mario has access almost everywhere.
Late Night at 1 on My 8.
Welcome back to News 8 Now at 5. So how do you get a beloved pet out of a narrow well? Well, rescuers in Minnesota were concerned how they would rescue an English Springer Spaniel who fell down an uncovered well. But this clever dog knew exactly what to do. Jonah Kaplan shows us what happened.
Yeah, pretty unconventional place to start a story in the middle of that well. But check it out. It's about 16 to 18 inches wide in diameter, so probably the size of a New York pizza. But you can see there's also pipes protruding. So this is really an incredible story for a number of reasons. Gannicus himself wasn't up for an interview, but he also wasn't shy in front of the camera. The 60-pound English Springer Spaniel fell more than 30 feet into this well, a surprise to him and a shock to his family, who only moved here last month.
I didn't get close enough because I didn't know what it was at that time.
It was Gannicus's nonstop barking that caught the Nide family's attention. They then called the Redwood County Sheriff, who then called the local fire chief.
Well, on the way out, we were discussing what we were going to do, and we kind of joked around, and I half jokingly said, well, maybe we have to put a piece of steak on a rope and drop it down there, and hopefully he'll grab onto it and pull him out.
They didn't have the stake, but they did lower rope with a hoop at the end, hoping they'd maybe catch a leg. Instead, Gannicus bit and latched on himself.
All you could see is his white teeth shining back at us.
According to state officials, more than 1 million Minnesotans rely on wells for their drinking water, but a lot of wells, well, they're not being used anymore. which is why in the 1970s there was a law put in place requiring unused wells to be covered. The law also requiring homeowners to disclose all wells on the property, which the NIDE said the previous owners didn't do, but they'll soon seal it permanently.
I can imagine what would have happened. I mean, any of us could have found it on accident, so we just have to get it sealed as soon as we can.
Minnesota officials say homeowners in the state have 6 years to notify the previous owners of any new wells that weren't disclosed and could be entitled to get money back to cover the cost of sealing a well. We'll have a look at what's coming up when we come back, and Eric will be back in to check your forecast one more time.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Morgan Farmer at Park Bank enjoys working with new and existing business owners to ensure their success. He finds the means to secure loans through the Small Business Administration that enables these businesses to start, expand, and thrive in our communities. Morgan Farmer enjoys helping local businesses, and he also enjoys other things. Visit Morgan at Park Bank to talk about your small business and other things.
Honey, I'm home. I picked us up a vacuum and I got us some toilet paper.
Well, let's give it a shot and see how it works.
I see trouble for these two.
Oh, come on, junk. Honey, I'm home. I picked us up a new vacuum and I got us some cat litter.
Will he ever learn?
And another one added to the pile. Honey, I'm home. And this time I went to A1 Vacuum.
My hero.
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today. $2,500 hiring bonus.
Rise and shine. Today you start a new and exciting adventure. So step up and dream big. At the School District of La Crosse, let curiosity guide you, not fear of the unknown. Meet friends, learn and play. Embrace change. Discover hidden talents. And let loose your unbridled potential. Build a better future. Because here, anything is possible. The School District of La Crosse. Dream, believe, achieve.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, after a terrifying incident aboard a Southwest Airlines flight over the weekend, a look tonight at the safety of air travel amid a string of recent incidents in the air and on the ground. That's all tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
One final look at the next 8 days. We're going to go back into the low 40s tomorrow as well as Wednesday, but snow chances pick up Wednesday. And then Thursday night going into Friday morning, we'll see some snow as well. We'll have to keep an eye on that system real close. And then this weekend, don't forget we lose an hour Sunday at 2 a.m., but we'll see temperatures in the mid-30s.
This is pretty weird because we had a fairly mild February by most standards, if not exorbitantly so.
Yeah.
And now I see so many snow showers, AM snow showers, PM snow.
I mean,
it's like we flip-flopped.
We're in winter part 2, my friend.
I guess we are. That's Eric Dean. Thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us tonight at 5. We hope to see you again at 6.